You never know what you will find, shaping a world that's in your mind. See for yourself and walk with me.
Hello everyone, welcome to Fear of Mobs. This episode is gonna be a blast! Ha ha ha! Yeah! Destruction! Oh, yeah, so we're gonna have a lot of fun. Oh, really? Come on. Lots of fun things going on today. We're gonna do lots of building. We're going to do some redstone. No, I don't think we have any adventures planned today. But to make up for that, we're going to be actually starting to put some actual work into this warehouse thing. We're actually going to get some stuff done on it today. And we're actually putting a slight pause on the ice tray, although we will do a little bit of work on it today. And to actually make up for the lack of adventure, we're going to be doing some exploding today. That's what you just saw there. We just did some TNT. It's been such a long time since I've used TNT. It is a really fun tool, but I don't use it very often because I don't have a whole lot of gunpowder. As a matter of fact, I have less than a stack of TNT left, and only a handful of stacks of gunpowder left. I bet I might still have some way back at the monster grinder, the nuclear drop box. I should probably go by there sometime. You know, we're nearing episode 200, and I think episode 200 is going to be a world tour, and one of my personal goals is to reach 1,000 subscribers by episode 200, and that would be wonderful. Anyway, that's still another 16 episodes away. Let's get this one underway. I do want to show you guys some work I've been doing, so let me let me just teleport over there. Well, it's still imperfect. Anyway, so this is what I've done so far to the ice tray. I've gone ahead and put up a little bit of a glass wall around with some spruce log beams, and we're actually going to do a little bit of building on this wall today. Nothing too fancy. And I wanted to show you the ice tray. It's working very well. And this is what happens when you activate the pistons while ice is on top. Anyway, so before we get too far along, I want to show you one more thing. This is what I wanted to show you. A race to determine how much faster sprinting on and jumping on ice is rather than on regular ground. Now, I didn't bring a axe with me. I always should be bringing something with me, right? Okay, so this here is ground that has a regular stone beneath it, and this is ground that has ice beneath it. So what we're going to do is show why I'm putting ice around in the ground. In the floor. This is not a ground, this is a floor. Alright, so we're going to count the number of sprint jumps it takes to go from this end to that end. 1, 2, 3, go! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's say 8 jumps. Okay, now this one, ready? Ready, set, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. So off the ice was 8, on the ice was 7. It's pretty obvious. It took less jumps to go that distance, which means I was moving faster while on the ice. And I believe the fastest you can go is if you had a ceiling right above you on the ice, so you can jump more. But we're not going to do that today. Anyway, so before we continue on, we are going to do a little building time lapse. Oh, wait! Actually, while I talk about that, actually, let me talk about that real quick. There's something I want to do while I do that. We're going to do a building time lapse. We're going to be doing some building on the ice tray. We're going to do some work on the warehouse, some digging, some building, and a few other miscellaneous things. And I want to talk about, what was I wanting to talk about? You know what? I really don't have anything to talk about today. Oh, wait, I do. I have a video coming soon, if it's not already out, regarding information on the Minecraft server and other stuff. And I would appreciate if you would check that out. It's also on the channel. Okay, so we're looking for pistons and Yeah, piston and a dispenser. Very good, very good. Do I want more? Actually, hang on, give me 1 second. Okay, I want to label these 2 levers here. This one right here activates the dispensers, as you can hear, which, by the way, are no longer active along this row and that row. I've actually made these dispensers back here, the ones that actually dispense the water. You can't see it right now because it's underneath the stairs and behind ice, but there is water back there. So if I just do that, so I think you can tell by the shadows if you look closely. I can't tell anymore. Anyway, and then this one activates all the pistons. It was actually really cool, but in order to move the switches over here, I had to make those 2 rows of dispensers the active ones. Okay, so let's label these. So this one here is the dispenser lever, and this one here is the piston lever. Oh, that's funny. It even sticks out the backside. That's silly. Let's see. So yeah, you can right-click these. I've actually never used or had item frames in this world before, so this is kind of cool. Yeah, that's pretty neat. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, so I know it's pretty early in the episode, but we're going to get building now. So grab your popcorn or get a drink or whatever, because it's time for a build montage. It's not a montage, it's a time lapse. Okay, I'll see you all in a little bit. And for now, enjoy the music.
Destroy.
Alright, that's enough of that. So, here's some of the stuff we got done during that time lapse. We got this nice wall to prevent us from falling off the ice tray, as well as this nice little overhang. What would you call this? A lean-to? A ceiling? I don't really know what to call it, but kind of a semi-curved roof that kind of loops around. It's meant to protect me from what's it called? Rain. Yeah, that's it. It's supposed to protect me from rain. And we have torches on here to prevent creatures from spawning on there. So yeah, working on nicely. And this works as well. So that's all good. We already know this works. Now let's go take a look at the other half of the work we did. And you can see some of it some of it from here. Let's just go take a look, shall we? Okay, so before we go inside, I want to show you what I've done out here. I kind of placed a ton of dirt here to make it look more natural, like it's actually part of the mountain. So that's one improvement. Now let's go inside, because down here we have... I'd say about a third of the warehouse is done. Yeah, that big. Now you can kind of picture what I'm trying to build here. Let's go up here so you can see down below. So the idea here is on this large platform, we can view this huge warehouse. Not a whole lot on the sides, unfortunately, but maybe we can put like a portrait or something cool there. But the main part of the warehouse is going to be this way. Now let's come down here. You'll notice I put stairs back here as well. Well, you know, a frame for stairs. I want to build another set that goes down this side because I want to have a large area on this side, and this side will be dedicated to smelting and potion brewing and other processes that we'll end up doing. I don't know if that rhymed or not, or if I just use the same word over and over. I can't remember that far. Now let's see, over here, I want to continue to build out. I'd say, let's stand here and see what we got. I'm looking at the x coordinate. All right, we are at 10. I'm looking right here. All right, this is the number of blocks into the chunk we are. Now remember, I want to build this by the chunks. So at minimum, we need to extend it out. We need to extend the ceiling out to here at minimum, but I'm considering maybe even doing an additional 16 to 8 blocks, and that's a lot. Holy moly, that's going to be sticking way out here. But it's for a good purpose. The purpose of this warehouse is to last for a very long time and store insane amounts of resources, because it seems like every time I move to a new base, I build a mini warehouse that stores a ton of stuff, but it eventually fills up. And that's what's currently happening at my old, at the Serenity Cove base. Now there's still lots of storage over at spawn, but we don't go to spawn very often anymore. And it's kind of old and it is small, it wouldn't be able to hold much. This is meant to be something epic. But enough of that for today. Today we are going to do a little bit of redstone, and then we're going to wrap this up because we're going to go watch some Harry Potter tonight. Yeah, that's it. So we're going to wrap this up. Let me get the resources and I'll meet you downstairs. Or outside, actually. We are going to build with redstone today. These are light sensors. Sunlight? What are these? Daylight sensors. I have not played with these yet, so this is going to be exciting. Yep, we can use a pickaxe. Very good. Okay, so a daylight sensor crafted. I've forgotten the recipe. I know you need some nether quartz. Yeah, some nether quartz to do it. Alright, so let's just give this a little run here. Now, it's a little afternoon, so this should be working at almost full power. I know the way this works is, at night, this will not emit any power. In the mornings and evenings, it will emit partial power, like maybe one tiny bit of redstone power right here. Hardly anything, but it's still something. And then as the day progresses and approaches noon, the signal strength gets stronger and the signal travels along the wire longer, and then as the sun starts to go down, it starts to decrease in power again. That's the way I know it works, and we're not going to worry about that. What I'm wondering about, is how do I disable the sensor? I'm wondering, is there a way, will this kill it? Okay, so it appears, since that did not kill it, it appears that the daylight sensor will accept any form of sunlight, even if it's not direct, which is good news, because that means we can hide it a little better. Let's continue to do this and watch as the signal of the redstone gets weaker. I'm fairly certain it's getting weaker. Yeah, it has stopped. It stopped right here. But if I go ahead and remove this block directly above it, it should start emitting full power again, and we will see this piece of redstone lit up. Yeah, okay, cool. So that's the way that works. So that means that you can cover the daylight sensor completely, almost, no, not completely, as long as it is receiving some sunlight. Alright, so we understand that. That's good news, and it can accept sunlight from the side as we just tested. That's cool. So the reason we are messing with daylight sensors is because I want to be able to have these lights right here be reactive. They turn off at night, they turn on at night and turn off during the day. So I want to put the daylight sensor somewhere out in the front here because I do actually have plans to use these later on. And I want to cover them up for now. I'm just going to go ahead and just remove some dirt here. Alright, there's planks. I am okay with building on top of the warehouse because it's a nice flat surface and I think it will be beneficial. Is this in fact what I want to do? I believe it is. So I'm going to go ahead and place down one daylight sensor for now. We will do more later if we so choose. What time of day is it? Starting to set? Okay, so let's try to wrap this up. This would be a good time to test it, actually. So the way this is going to work is, let's dig, brick, perfect. This is what we're looking for. Let's get some torches in here. Alright, now so that nothing bad happens to us while we are under here, I'm going to go ahead and cover this up with a leaf block. Yes, not very blast or mining resistant, but it will have to do. Alright, so what we've done here is we've inverted the signal. As long as it is day outside, this torch will be off, and that's what we want to have happen. But as long as it's nighttime, the torch will be on. Yeah, so that's how we want to do it. I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of digging real quick, hang on. Well, now this is strange. Dark, light, but there's no... Okay, now it's fixed. Darn it, I could have had a very cool phenomenon. Okay, I have dug out a very thin tunnel around this stone square structure shenanigans. Now, we need to get the signal from the wall up to here, up to these lights, and I think I know of a way to do it. Let's get rid of these. Now, if we can power these two lamps here and here, we'll be able to power all four of them. Let's see here. Now, if we put this here, alright, we got something. And then maybe we could use stairs around these parts. Oh, wait, hang on. I did that one wrong. Maybe something like this. That's getting there. What if rather than these, we use slabs? Kind of like that. Oh, whoops. Kind of like this, maybe? I'm liking that. Kind of like that. Kind of feel like these are a little out of place almost. Even, you know, like the torches and everything. But I think the function might be important enough. We could also cover them up completely. Let me see how that would look. Let's see. What we could do is do something like this. And then have maybe slabs underneath. Kind of like this. And the idea is we'll actually have the torches... Yeah, we'll be able to cover up the torches that way. By doing something like this. Just like that. And that might turn out somewhat okay-ish. Let me give it a shot. But then it's like all a weird long blah sticking out. Then again, we could call it we can call them supports. Yeah, these things could be supporting this huge thing. Ooh, I kind of like that. No, not stairs. Let's do a full block. Do the full block right here. How does that look? I like it. Ooh. It's not the best. It really isn't, but it's gonna add function, and I think it's acceptable. But of course, that's just one. Let me try building 4 of those, and we'll see how I think about him then. Yes, definitely yes. I like this. They look like they belong here. They look like they're supporting the thing. I really like that. Cool. So now we can actually put some function into these things as well as form. So let's... Oh. Ooh. Okay, now, like I said, let's build some form into this function, shall we? Okay, now, one thing we're going to run into is feeding power into both of these. Let's see, let's get rid of that. Whoopsie daisy. Now, let's see here. Well, if we're going to be feeding power into both sides, I'm just a wreck, we're going to need to have 2 repeaters. That's a minimum. We're going to need those. And then we'll need to power both the repeaters. We can probably do something like this. There we go. So this would mean that they're off. Yes, they're off. Okay. Very good. And then, let's see, what's the next thing we'll do? Then we need to somehow power these 2 torches. Yeah, that's the next thing we gotta do. Now, I don't want to run repeaters into both of them, but I don't want to do that either. We need to get power up to these blocks. That's what we need to do. Well, I suppose this will have to do. It is certainly not my best work, or cleanest, but 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like I said, it'll have to do. Okay, so let's see. How many blocks away from the wall is this? That's 1, 2, 3, and then these 2. So 1, 2, 3, and then these 2. Now then we need to, there we go, exactly where I thought. Put these here, put these there, these here, get rid of that. We'll have to break that one and this one. Now unfortunately these wires are very exposed, so if I want to protect them from things like blast damage, I will definitely need to put maybe just a layer of stone brick right here where my head is, and then put dirt on top of that. I might end up doing that, but it'll have to be off camera. Now, this part's gonna be tricky because we also have ice to deal with. 1, 2, 3, and then yeah, these 2. All right, let's see what we can do. Now, there's nothing wrong with conducting redstone into ice. The problem is letting them get light. As long as we cover these up. Oh, get out of here. We don't want you lighting these things up. Well, let's see. We got I think if we place a torch. Okay, torches aren't emitting enough light, so they're not going to turn it off. Or melt the ice. Very good. So... oh, it's really tight. Alright, I'm going to finish wiring this up because there's not much to it. And I'll be right back. There we go. Did you see that? They turned on all by their own. Of course, not as soon as I'd hoped. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of adjustment on that. In fact, let me show you how... well, not now, anyway. So yeah, that was pretty simple, straightforward, and it's functional, so it's kind of cool. I hope you all enjoyed this episode of Fear of Mobs. We didn't have we didn't really have an adventure today. Sorry, we didn't have an adventure today, but we did get some redstone done, we got lots of building done, and we have so much more to go. I want to bring this floor down another 4 blocks, and I'm going to have to do that off camera, because, oof, that's a lot of digging, and I don't want to use all my explosives quite yet. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you all next time on Fear of Mobs.
Right through that mark. At last I found me some diamonds. Oh, I'm so happy I could ride a pig.
This is fun! Oh god. God dang it. I ruin everything.